Speaking of Yeat though, I had a pretty interesting conversation on Discord today. So if you're not in the Discord, what the fuck are you doing? If you're a rapper, if you're a producer, or if you're just trying to, discuss with your boy some of the topics that we talk about on this, on my YouTube channel and Twitch and shit. Am I going to Summer Smash? I talked to Cole. I was allowed to go last year, but I just was depressed and I was thinking about quitting, if you guys remember that. And I even told him, he was ready to give me the ticket, and I was like, dude, I think I'm quitting. But regardless, I told him I'm coming this year. It's a week before my birthday, and then I'm going to the Bahamas. So we're gonna do a work trip, and then we're gonna go to the Bahamas, because you gotta mix work with play, even though it would be fun in general. But regarding Yeat, with the 2 Alive versus Up to Me, so we were discussing like which album was better. In the chat, I'm gonna do a poll, okay? So poll is gonna be, and I'm trying to get all different platforms, because we already got Twitter, we already got Instagram, and that's about it. But which album was better, Up to Me or 2 Alive? 2 Alive, Up to Me. Now, I have an inkling of what y'all are gonna say. And the thing is, 2 Alive should have the recency bias, because it just dropped, so it's fresh in our heads. It's like right when something drops, like say Eternal Take, everybody was going crazy, like, oh my god, Uzi finally dropped Eternal Take, we lit. But then once things digest a little bit, and mind you, it hasn't been that long for 2 Alive, bro. It's been like a month or two. Geek Pack just dropped, and people are already saying Up to Me was better. Isn't that what I said with the review on 2 Alive? Now, I'm not saying that y'all disagree with me, because I think a lot of y'all said that too. But Up to Me just had like straight bangers on there. 2 Alive was cool, don't get me wrong, but like there were some iconic songs by Yeat on Up to Me. Now, that could just be like nostalgia in a way, even though really it wasn't that long ago, so can it be nostalgia technically speaking? And Up to Me won 80%. Now, it was something similar on Instagram, like 60 to 40. And then on Twitter, it was even closer. It was 54 to 45. Again, 2 Alive has a recency bias though, but Up to Me still won. And then while we were discussing on Discord this phenomenon, because we were like, damn, like, is Yeat gonna be able to sustain his career? Because that's the question that everybody's been asking. And I'm not saying he won't, but like, he's been on this run and things are starting to cool down a bit. So we're like, in the next year or two, I think we were arguing civilly, like, will Yeat be as big as Uzi and Cardi and all of those rappers? And I was like, dude, as much as I support Yeat, like, I don't know if he'll get to Uzi level. I will applaud him if he does, believe me. And same thing with Sofago if he gets to Uzi's spot, but it's gonna be hard. Just 2016 was too revolutionary of an era to like come close to those people. So if they do, that's like an achievement in itself. Again, not saying that they won't, but if you check out the Spotify of Yeat, obviously it tells you the most poppin' songs. Pun unintended. Poppin', one of the songs that's actually poppin', but these are obviously the most poppin' songs, not necessarily the most popular like by total count. But look, if you look at the top 5 songs, and mind you, 2 Alive just dropped like, I don't know, a couple months ago, February, I don't even remember when it was. Now tell me how many songs from 2 Alive are in his most popular songs currently. I'll give you a hint. It's one song popping. And I see more, but still, out of the top 5 most popular songs, or the songs that are getting the streams, because these are updated every single week, the songs that are popping off right now, 3 of them are from Up to Me. Only one of them popping, which actually had a Lyrical Lemonade music video, so of course that's gonna be popping. But Up to Me is beating 2 Alive. And remember, it dropped like a whole last year ago. people are just discovering Up To Me because of TikTok. Okay, that could be true. That could be true. Like, people listen to 2 Alive. 2 Alive is what, number 7 on Billboard or something, or it was last week, beating Certified Boy Lover. So then they're like, okay, we need something new because we've been listening to 2 Alive too much. I'm gonna die if I do it too much. And so then they move on to Up To Me. But I think that this has been like that. Also, mind you, and I don't know if this is like a glitch in the system or if Geek Pack just hasn't had enough time to be on this list, but I'm pretty sure I saw some of the Geek Pack songs on Is Popular like a couple weeks ago when it actually dropped, but none of them are on there, which is crazy to tell, you know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was never on there. Maybe like after the first month, it'll accumulate enough streams to be on there. But what this tells me, given that out of the top 10 songs, 1, 2, 3, 4 songs out of the top 10, and some of them even being stacked in the top 5, that Up To Me was a objectively better album, given that it's beating 2 Alive currently, streams wise. Would that be a wrong statement to hypothesize here? You feel like part of it is the mixing. 2 Alive sounds a little dry. I just think that 2 Alive, not that it was repetitive, but it just didn't have both of the albums are consistent, but like Up To Me had like some iconic songs for him, like Come On, Get Busy, Yeah Yeah, You Could Tell, Turban, Twizzy Rich, Money So Big. This is like his biggest song ever. I like Can't Change, but that's not as popular. But those are a bunch of songs already on just Up To Me. But 2 Alive, like the only ones that really popped off, it looks like, was Poppin', Rax Got Me. Remember, Lil Geek, I think, also had a Lyrical Lemonade music video, and it's not doing as good. But Rax Got Me, but that had a Gunna feature, so like of course it's gonna pop off. And obviously these songs are gonna get more streams just because it hasn't been that long. But Still Counting got the Lyrical Lemonade music video, not Lil Geek, right? Stop using TikTok and you'll enjoy music more. I don't use TikTok, bro. I'm just telling y'all what's hot right now. So Up To Me, bro. Up To Me. I think that's proof that since it dropped way before and it's still competing with 2 Alive, I would not be surprised if it was like a Love Is Rage 2, Eternal Take situation where later on down the road, once like the hype for 2 Alive dies down, they're gonna be like, you know what? Up To Me was better. And people are already coming around to that. And then I think in the future, this is why Yeat might want to slow down a little bit with his drops. And honestly, maybe he knows more than me because obviously he's way bigger than me and he kills it. He got more money, whatever. But he might be running into like the future an Uzi situation where like if you drop 3 projects, it starts, even though subjectively the fans could be really fucking with the music, it just turns into quote unquote fast food music because it all just starts blending in together. There's no time to digest the food. He got 3 McDoubles and then went into the bathroom and had diarrhea. But what do y'all think? Do you think Yeat, I don't know, is creating fast food music, or that people will start saying that? Because there's only so long that a rapper's hype can last. And I'm not saying that, I'm just inquiring. Yeat's hype might die down in the next year, especially if SoFago comes out and drops, you know, a fire album with Pink Hearts, with big features that we've discussed. It's because Up To Me had more turn up songs like Money So Big, Yeah Yeah. I'd agree. Although on 2 Alive, he's been performing like Jump. Yeah, the rest of them are they're all kind of turn up songs in a way. Yeat makes like lean and Percocet while you're on a Molly type music. Like you're fucking, like you feel like you're floating, but at the same time you're somewhat hyped. but like your brain isn't matching up with the frequencies of your body. You're like, your body's like twitching like shit, but like your head, your consciousness is like lagging 6 seconds behind, like you're playing on an Xbox 360 in an Xbox One lobby. That's what that shit looks like. Smoke a backwood? Bruh, I would. I like tobacco. Tobacco gets me suited. He just started later on. Once he has a bigger fan base, he might take longer to drop. That's what happens with a lot of people who like just signed, because remember, he just signed to Interscope. And now he's starting to pop up. I don't even think that they've really created that large of a marketing budget for him, considering he's had so much organic press. But y'all know what happens when an artist signs to a label. They start slowing y'all down. They're like, no, don't drop. Especially when your hype goes down, because they want to, you know, inorganically post you on blogs and shit. They want to run up that marketing budget, so you have to recoup way more and you stay with them. But, and look, Yeat's nothing without TikTok. Again, we were discussing this in Discord. Every artist is nothing without TikTok. Even like Cardi owes some of his success on Slayer to TikTok and whatever other songs blew up on there, because otherwise Whole Lotta Red, it was doing decent with the fandom, but like when a song really starts to stream, I'd say like 90% of the time it's due to TikTok, and every song blows up on TikTok. I don't know how many times we got to say this. Having a TikTok fan base isn't an insult. That's like how you organically blow up, because it's such a music centric website. That's like calling someone a SoundCloud rapper. Like that ain't even, it was Sky, sorry, by Cardi, but that ain't even an insult. If you saying you have a TikTok fan base, I'd be like, huh, yes sir, yeah, we blowing up on TikTok. I bet you when artists blow up on TikTok, they don't give a fuck. Like they think that's a good thing. They're celebrating. They're cutting a little Zan cake, just like Lil Pump did back in the day. It's an insult because it's cringy? No. The only reason that would be an insult and it would be cringy is if Yeat was actually, and this isn't, artists who do this aren't cringy, but I'm just saying like the only time that somebody would have ammo would be if he was posting, here's the most cringe shit. The shit that like 6ix9ine was doing with the snippet on, I don't even know how to pronounce this song, like when he was doing like in the clapping shit, and when people try and make like dances to their own songs, like, come on bro, you're not Chris Brown. Silento, now watch me whip. Nah, this ain't that. That's when it's cringe, unless you're an actual dancer, you know what I mean? But yeah, TikTok is the most popular website. Exactly. It has the most visitors. So what, you just, that's like you don't want the biggest bank account? Like, nah, I want a local bank where they can only put me on at a maximum of $1 million. Meanwhile, they have motherfuckers who got like, I don't know, 100 mil in the bank next door because it's a national bank. Nah, you want to have the highest chance of having the highest exposure. Why would you only, that's like Ninja going to Mixer. Now he was getting paid a bag, but why, if you're like a small streamer, would you go to Mixer as opposed to YouTube live streaming or Twitch? It just don't make sense. And at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the money. They don't even give a fuck how big they are, realistically. Fame is kind of annoying. Not that I'm famous, but just people on Twitter like attacking you and shit, it gets annoying. And when you're famous, like actually famous, I can only assume. But yeah, Yeat is getting on Kai's stream. He passed your boy up. He's like, nah, Bob, ain't big enough for me. Pause. Jesus Christ. But yeah, Bob ain't big enough, so we're gonna go to Kai's stream because Kai got like millions and millions of subscribers. It's okay. We're just gonna be sitting here. We're gonna find the new Yeat before he becomes Yeat, and then we'll talk about him, and then Yeat will just be a mainstream rapper. It's okay. Nah, I didn't even ask him to get on stream. He probably wouldn't come anyway. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I'm just gonna say he didn't. He wouldn't come on. It's like the Cardi situation with Trippy said. Like, Cardi's too rare. Now Yeat is ending up going on a stream, but no way he'd do it with my ass. Plus, with like my job of like talking about rappers, it would be too close. Like, he knows that, like, then I would lose my credibility of talking objectively about artists, or at least giving my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Zostelthy donated $1. Bob, please try and get Yeat on stream. I know he is rare to get, but please man, IT will be lit ASF.
Bruh, they would literally charge me. There's no way. Because if I got Yeat on stream, I would blow up, and they know that. Whereas Kai, like, he's already like doing his thing. Him and Yeat are low-key on the same level. Like, it depends on how you want to do it, but they're pretty like celebrity. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still just like a measly YouTuber streamer out here. TikTok views are fake. I've heard that. I don't know though. Because the views, yeah, there's a lot, but then it translates to actual streams. So wouldn't that mean that there are real people behind that, and there's a high conversion rate of the people who saw the TikTok and the sound, and then they went and found the song on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, and whatnot. So I feel like they might be a little bit inflated, but I feel like all social medias low-key do that. But yeah, they're not fans per se. But what is a fan? Like, would you consider an Instagram follower a fan? Whereas I guess if you just heard, yeah, of course. I guess if you just heard the sound on TikTok, of course you're not a fan. Just like if you were on YouTube and you listened to a song once, doesn't mean you're a fan. TikTok views are fake, and that's why it's hard to grow on other social media platforms. No, I just think it has a smaller conversion rate, because a lot of TikTok people who follow each other on TikTok, they don't care about you enough to go to other platforms, because it's short form content. So you don't know the person as well. Whereas YouTube has the highest conversion rate to other platforms, or Twitch even, because you know the person, because you sit down with them, listen to their thoughts and shit for like 10 minutes, as opposed to TikTok where it's like 15 seconds and you scroll to the next person. So you have people's attention for longer. So of course they're gonna have a higher chance of becoming an actual fan and then go to other platforms and follow you. That's what it is. But I would not be surprised if TikTok had like fake views or inflated views.
Oh yeah.
Trying to be doing some wild shit. It's gonna be embarrassing and cringe, Exo Stealthy says, because Kai doesn't know anything about Yeat. You on the other side would be asking him good and interesting ass questions. You know what? I agree with you. But it's not like, that's another thing. He knows that I'd probably grill him with actual questions after when we had the Nextel stream, where I was digging deep. Y'all saw we even had to cut some of the information out because he gave out too much, and then we talked later and he's like, yeah, you don't post that. So upon their request, I didn't. Let me take this hit first. But because when Yeat goes on Kai's stream, because he doesn't know too much, and that it, goddamn, and it won't be an interview, it's like more casual and they're just chilling. Like, sometimes rappers don't want to always go on an interview platform because, or like a super deep intellectual, not that I'm that intellectual, but like, you know, super deep discussions like a podcast or an interview, because, you know, they be on drugs sometimes and just don't want to be in the mind state of expressing their thoughts or being articulate all the time, because there's always a chance that he looks bad, or like other rappers, you know. Yeat brought out Canada's show. Damn, that's crazy. TikTok people are not fans. They only listen to you for the song that's popping. They only going to listen to Money So Big and not going to go through Yeat's whole discography. But isn't that with every platform? But also, like, even Spotify playlists and shit. But at the same time, I think that TikTok again just breeds less interactive people because you have the least attention span audience. Whereas again, YouTube, if somebody fucks with your music video, they have a higher chance of becoming a fan and being a subscriber, as opposed to TikTok if they just like a certain sound. Whereas someone else is literally like doing something to the sound. That's not even the focal point of the content. It just happens to be background. But yeah, I don't really fuck with TikTok. I feel like it breeds stupidity. Like I don't know if there's proof, but there's a conspiracy that China's algorithm is different than the US's, and that in the US they promote degenerative activities, where in China they do innovative, like they'll do engineering and shit. Here it's all bitches asses, underage ass, in fact. So what is my 30-year-old ass gonna do on TikTok? I ain't trying to see no underage puss, bruh. That's not cool. And people like doing crazy shit, illegal stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not actually 30. That was a joke. I'm 25.